Hi everyone! It's so good to see you again. Welcome back.
Italiano lento con Ale.
In episode 14, Ale spent Ferragosto by the sea. Throughout the day, she watched what was happening around her and wrote down small things in her notebook. The calm water, the children on the beach, a slice of watermelon, the people laughing, and the fireworks at night. Those little observations became our song. Domani può aspettare. Today, instead of taking the song apart line by line, we're going to stay with each verse as a whole. Each one captures a different part of the same Ferragosto day, from the slow afternoon to the moment when Ale finally tells us how she feels. Let's watch and listen to the first verse together.
Il pomeriggio rallenta piano, sento il sole sulla pelle, sabbia calda sotto i piedi, il mare brilla, tutto tace.
Ale feels the sun, the warm sand, and the quiet around her. Il pomeriggio rallenta piano. The afternoon slows down gently. No one is watching the clock. No one is in a hurry to go anywhere. The hours seem longer. Then she says, Sento il sole sulla pelle. I feel the sun on my skin. The verb sentire can mean to hear or to feel. The context tells us which meaning we need. You can say, Sento il mare. I hear the sea. But in the song, we hear Sento il sole sulla pelle. Here, Ale feels its warmth. The last two lines sound almost like notes from her notebook. Sento il sole sulla pelle. Sabbia calda sotto i piedi. Warm sand under my feet. There is no verb. We don't need one. It is simply a note capturing a sensation. Il mare brilla. Tutto tace. The sea sparkles. Everything is quiet. The beach is not completely silent. There are still people, children, and waves. But for Ale, everything seems to become quiet for a moment. This first verse is not simply describing the beach. It is describing the way Ale experiences it.
Domani può aspettare, non ho fretta di andare via, solo il sole e quella brezza. Tutto sembra più bello.
Domani può aspettare.
Tomorrow can wait. Ale is not saying that tomorrow is unimportant. She simply does not want to think about it yet. She is here, by the sea, and she wants to remain inside this moment a little longer. It is a special day, and she wants to hold on to that feeling. Non ho fretta di andare via. I'm not in a hurry to leave. Avere fretta means to be in a hurry. In episode 14, the boy's mother uses another expression that captures the same feeling when she talks about Ferragosto.
È anche quello, ma il Ferragosto è stare insieme.
Con la famiglia, con i nonni, i cugini, gli amici, un pranzo lungo e una giornata senza fretta. Una giornata senza fretta. A day without rushing. That idea has now become the heart of the song and a way of expressing the spirit of Ferragosto. Then Ale sings, Solo il sole e quella brezza. Just the sun and that breeze. Why does the song say quella brezza and not questa brezza? Questa brezza would place us directly on the beach, feeling this breeze right now. Quella brezza's that particular breeze, the one connected with that Ferragosto afternoon and held in Ale's memory. In Italian, quello does not always refer to something distant or unimportant. It can also point to something specific that carries a memory or a feeling. Quella sera, that evening, quel momento, that moment. So here, quella brezza does not mean some random breeze far away. It means the breeze of that exact moment, the one Ale can still remember. Nothing extraordinary is happening. There is only the sun and a light wind from the sea. Tutto sembra più bello. Everything seems more beautiful. Notice that Ale says sembra, it seems, not è, it is. The world around her has not suddenly changed. But when she slows down and truly notices it, everything feels different, more special.
Ridono I miei sotto il sole, l'anguria è più dolce qui, il prosecco brilla nel bicchiere, il mare copre le risate.
The first verse was quiet and almost solitary. In this one, Ale is surrounded by other people. The song does not repeat the day in perfect chronological order. It brings different memories together: the watermelon offered by a woman on the beach, and later the prosecco, the toast, and the laughter with Nina and her family. The first line is, Ridono I miei sotto il sole. In everyday speech, a more neutral word order would be, I miei ridono sotto il sole. But songs and poetry allow more freedom with word order. By placing ridono first, the lyric gives us the sound and movement of the laughter before telling us who is laughing. It also fits the rhythm of the song more naturally. Here, I miei literally means mine. Very often, specifically means my parents. But depending on the context, your family, your loved ones, your friends, or simply your people. Peeps. So in the line, Ridono I miei sotto il sole, I miei doesn't need an extra noun after it. The noun is understood from the context. It does not need to tell us exactly who they are. It gives us a feeling. These are the people Ale feels close to in that moment. She arrived at the beach alone. Now, she is no longer watching Ferragosto from the outside. She is part of it. Then she remembers the watermelon. L'anguria è più dolce qui. The watermelon is sweeter here. Especially when it is offered unexpectedly by a stranger with a kind Buon Ferragosto. Grazie. Prego. Buon Ferragosto. Buon Ferragosto. By midday, the beach is full of families. A woman nearby is cutting a watermelon. She notices Ale looking and offers her a slice. There are no introductions. Ale simply says, grazie. And the woman answers, prego, buon Ferragosto. It may not really be sweeter. The watermelon feels sweeter not only because of its taste, but because the moment now carries an emotion. The stranger's kindness becomes part of the experience. The next image comes from later in the day. Il prosecco brilla nel bicchiere. The prosecco sparkles in the glass. This verse feels fuller than the first one. Food, a glass on the table, voices, laughter. But the calm of the song is still there.
Il sole scende piano piano, la pelle si rinfresca, gli ultimi fuochi nel cielo, la spiaggia illuminata.
Now the afternoon becomes evening. Il sole scende piano piano. The sun goes down slowly. Il pomeriggio rallenta piano, piano piano. Slowly, gently, little by little. You may remember the same expression from another one of our songs, Sto bene così. La pelle si rinfresca. Her skin cools down after a day in the sun. Earlier, she could feel the heat of the sun. Now the evening breeze feels cooler on her skin. With one small detail, we understand that many hours have passed. Then the fireworks appear, gli ultimi fuochi nel cielo, the last fireworks in the sky. The full expression is I fuochi d'artificio, fireworks. But in the song, I fuochi is enough. We already see the lights in the sky, and we know exactly what Ale means. La spiaggia è illuminata. The beach is lit up. It is the same beach Ale saw in the afternoon, but now it is dark, full of color, and illuminated by the fireworks. The day is almost over.
Mi sento calma, ascolto il mare. Mi piace questo momento. Domani può aspettare. Domani può aspettare. Domani può aspettare.
This is the first time Ale tells us directly how she feels. Until now, the song has focused on what she has been experiencing: the sun, the sand, the people, the food, and the fireworks. Now the focus turns inward, to what all those experiences have made her feel. Mi sento calma. I feel calm. A man would say, mi sento calmo. Ascolto il mare. I listen to the sea. This takes us back to the beginning of her Ferragosto, when she arrived with her notebook and watched the quiet water. But something has changed. She has spent the day with people. She has shared food, laughter, and a toast, and watched the fireworks with them. Mi piace questo momento. I like this moment. It is probably the simplest line in the song, but it says exactly what Ale needs to say. The song does not end with the fireworks. It ends in quiet, with all listening to the sea and realizing that she feels happy and at peace, exactly where she is. Then she repeats, Domani può aspettare. It feels as if she is not quite ready to leave the day behind. When you listen to the song again, try to see the whole Ferragosto day behind the words. The day begins with Ale observing everything around her. Ale is alone with her notebook, the unexpected slice of watermelon, Nina and her family at the table, and the fireworks over the beach. It ends when she stops watching from the outside and allows herself to become part of it. Nothing needs to happen next. Che bello. Domani può aspettare. Domani può aspettare. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. Ciao!